Phillips Carbon Black is one stock which is in focus. It is gaining about 1.5% today's session, but relatively to its feeder industries like tire companies, it has really underperformed the market. Though the natural rubber prices have come off very nicely, this is the carbon black end of the raw material for tire companies. Let's understand what are the prospects of the largest carbon black company in the country right now with Mr. Kaushik Roy, MD of Phillips Carbon Black, joining us on the show. Mr. Roy, good morning and thanks a lot for joining us. Tell us, sir, how is business shaping up for you? Some of your clients in the large cap, mid cap space are doing pretty well. How much of that benefit is translating to your own company? And we understand that you are taking a lot of initiative for margin expansion at the company level. Tell us about that.
Well, we had some difficult year in last couple of years. We had some difficult time. And to improve the situation, we have actually taken 3-4 actions, 3-4 areas we have covered. First and foremost was to improve efficiency in all functions across the organization, whether it is manufacturing or it is purchasing or it is marketing and sales. So every area we looked at the possibility of improving the efficiency. The other thing we did was reduction in cost, and also we looked at parallelly reduction in wasteful expenditure. So one focus, as I said, was improving the efficiency and reduction in the cost. Other 2-3 things what we looked at is originally Phillips Carbon Black was more of a domestic focused company. So that we moved the focus from domestic to domestic plus international. So we are looking at the global market now, not only just looking at the domestic market. The third area is that we have focused very, very closely on the customer side. We are focusing on the customers in a big way, working closely with them in the area of developing new product, in the area of giving them better service, and in the process developing a business partnership with them instead of just a supplier and customer relationship. So that is another critical area for us. And the fourth one and most critical one, I will say, was restructuring of the whole organization, starting from the top, in line with the vision of the organization, which is profitable growth. So these are the 4 areas we actually worked a lot during last, say, about 2-3 quarters, and that has started reflecting in our margin.
You are the country's largest carbon black company. What turnover and profitability are you targeting for this year and the next?
See, we are the largest producer of carbon black in India, as you know. And of course, going forward, we are looking at, as I said, we are looking at the international market in a big way. And at the same time, we are looking at adding capacity, subject to market keep on growing, and we keep growing along with them. We'll add capacity within India as well as outside of India, both to serve the domestic customers, the domestic partners of ours, as well as international, the players with whom we have engaged in a long-term relationship. So that's the way forward for us. We already have options within India in terms of location. We have similarly option outside of India as well.
Mr. Roy, what kind of growth are your feeder industries witnessing? You must be gathering some estimates from your key clients in the tire companies list.
Yeah. If you look at, I'll take you a little bit further down in this. If you look at the global economic situation, we have seen improvement happening in global economy driven by US economic growth, as well as to some extent Europe, driven primarily by Germany. And at the same time, we are seeing that Indian economy is looking up slightly of late. And consequent to that, we have seen the automobile industry in India has started picking up during last quarter. And automobile industry, if they start picking up, naturally the tire companies will start pick up as well. And we have seen the tire companies in last 2-3 months have started picking up in terms of their sales. And consequent to that, the reflection is also coming in our case. We can clearly see the demand is growing in our case. And we have seen about 10% plus growth in automobile about 2-3 months back over the same month previous year. So we can clearly see there is a growth movement happening, there is a demand growing, and the reflection of that is showing in our business as well.
Could you give us a sense of the current capacity utilization, expansion plans, etc. at the company's end?
We are currently about 85% of our capacity utilization, and very soon we'll be coming close to full capacity utilization in next few months' time. And of course, parallelly, as I said, keeping in mind that demand is growing and hopefully it will stay in the same way, we should be looking at expansion. It will be a combination of both existing facility expansion as well as greenfield within India or maybe outside India.
Mr. Roy, leave us with some of the specific initiatives and internal targets which you may have set internally for the company. First and foremost, during the second half of this year, what we are looking at, as I said, that we need to utilize our full capacity. That is the first target of ours. So, and we are hopeful that by end of this financial year, we will be able to fulfill that expectation. We should be able to utilize our full capacity by that time. And thereafter, we'll be looking at expansion. The other thing what we have taken up is we are also diverting our business into specialty black business. Application-wise, specialty black is required in paint industry, in plastic industry, in coating industry, etc. And this is a specialized area of business, and we are getting into this business. We have already started working on this area. We have set up our own marketing offices for specialty business as well as regular rubber black business. Today we have our own office in United States, we have our own office in Europe, we have it in Japan, we have it in Southeast Asia. So our next phase of focus is going to be international market with regular carbon black as well as specialty carbon black. So this is our next set of target. And as I mentioned a little while back, that our objective is to go for a profitable growth.